Okay. So make sure that you have space that no one is going to disturb you. Make sure your phone is in silence. And then if you have the possibility of lighting a candle for today, I will highly recommend that, so you can like fully focus into the program and the work that we are doing here. So I am super excited that we are opening this map and this road to understand the energetics of money. And before that, I want all of us to do a little grounding practice so we can arrive in this space. So please close your eyes, hands in your knees. Inhaling through your nostrils all the way to your lungs. Hold it here. Exhale through your mouth. Again, inhale profound and slow. Hold it here. Exhale through the mouth. One more time, inhale profound. Hold it here. Exhale through the mouth. Allowing yourself to observe the inhale and the exhale, the natural movement of your chest. Filling your body with life, exhaling through the mouth, welcoming your presence into this space. Feeling the weight of your body on the sofa or on the chair, wherever you are sitting in. And feeling also and sensing the points of contact of your body on the ground. And allowing yourself to fully connect and dissolve with the ground, visualizing the energetical roots through your exhale that go down into the earth, asking for permission to the spirits of the land where you are. Thank you. And visualizing these roots going down to the center of the earth and wrapping around a white and golden crystal in the center of the earth, the crystal of money. And visualize this crystal. There is a sparkling white light. Visualize the white light and all the information and the quantum information that this crystal holds. Visualizing your roots and your energetical field to wrap around this portal, this crystal. And through your inhale, visualize how you inhale the nectar, the wisdom from this crystal through your roots into your feet. Second exhale. Inhaling all the way through your knees into your hips, your womb, physical or energetical womb. And inhaling, visualizing this crystal, this white light, opening your spine all the way to your crown chakra. Visualizing your third eye that is opening, awakening your inner vision. Thank you. As this crystal connects the center of the earth, the crystalline grid of the earth, through your roots, through your womb, heart, voice, third eye, and crown, all the way into your higher self, into your soul star. And allow your higher self and your soul star to connect with the sun in the center of the galaxy, calling upon the sun codes to shower over us. And visualize also the stars, the wisdom, the abundance, the understanding, truth, the love from the stars so we can understand this energy of money. So inhaling through your crown and visualizing these golden solar codes and also blue codes from your galactic system, from the galactic center sun into the sun of this galaxy, into your soul star, into your crown, dropping into your body this consciousness. Inhaling and exhaling and visualizing in the center of your heart how the energy of the earth and the energy of the stars and the energy of the sun connects in the center of your heart. And from this space, you can place your left and your right hand upon your heart. Inhaling and exhaling, bringing a smile into your face and connecting with your heart. The intention of this call and this journey is to connect with the energy of money from the heart, as it is also the energy of love. And allow yourself and your heart to open, and to be open to receive new understanding. Entering the 0-point quantum field where all possibilities are happening simultaneously. Realigning yourself in this present moment with your future self, that future self where you already have a healthy relationship with money. Inhale and exhale and visualize with your inner eye the future self, the part of you that has a healthy relationship with money and that has understood the basics of the energetics of money. As you allow yourself to fully connect with this part of yourself that is living in the quantum field, which is one step ahead into the healing the relationship with money. Allow yourself to see yourself in this timeline. How are you moving? How are you giving and receiving? How you are at peace with energetics of money? How you accomplish your freedom through the energetics of money? Manifesting, bringing into form all your desires. Allowing also your bank account to reflect that inner universe, visualizing like if you are watching a movie in the cinema, how the numbers in your bank account also are growing and you are feeling expanded, and allow yourself to feel how you feel. When you know there is nothing that you need to worry about money, as you allow yourself to fully envision your purpose and your life, and what are you here? What is the reason that you came here into this human experience? Your purpose, and how this money is waiting for you to realign yourself with the best version of yourself, as you are worthy of receiving this. Inhaling through your heart chakra, exhaling, and through the exhale, allow yourself to move your hips, your arms, your shoulders. Inhale and exhale, and allow yourself to find a movement of your body. Bringing this smile into your face and visualizing from your heart how you are connected to the future self that you want to become. How this connection is made in this now moment. Thank you. As we call upon the beings of light, the Christed light, angels and archangels to surround us in this journey. Allowing yourself to fully know, sense, and visualize how there is beings in the visible and invisible world that are here to support you as you can relax and receive. And from this place, bring a smile into your face and open your eyes. Clapping 3 times with your hands. Warming a little bit of chi and placing these hands facing forward. Visualizing, knowing and sensing a sister in your left and a sister in your right. And allowing yourself, with the intent of creating a healthy relationship with money, to open this portal the second day of money mindset. And allow yourself to feel the energy through your fingers, through your hands. And with your face, your body, and anything that is not aligned with this frequency can be released out of this field. Thank you. So now, welcome. One more day in this space. And I want to talk a little bit of who I am for the sisters that are new into this space also. And also for the sisters that already know me and are journeying with me already, to share a little bit more of my personal story when it comes to money. So this can also maybe be a reflection of your own story, and maybe you can also allow yourself to be vulnerable with this story. But it has been really interesting for me being a healer, that I was super good at manifesting everything, and the one that always took me the more like work was to fully manifest numbers and money in my life. It was like something that I felt there was like kind of like a block in there, you know. I could manifest trips all around the world, opportunities, millionaire clients who opened the realm for me to understand money. You know, I'm coming from a farm in the north of Spain in the Pyrenees, where for many generations the women weren't able even to touch it, you know, to touch the money. So women were kind of marrying a man, and they were like creating a family, and being a housewife, it was what it meant to be a woman. I grew up in this environment. And at some point in my journey, I didn't want it to be a woman. It's like, oh, wow, this is to be a woman. I don't want to be a woman. And that took me into a really deep healing of my mother wound and my relationship with my mother. And then later on into the shamanic practices. I followed a native path for over 15 years. Of feminine shamanic lineage, which open a full understanding of what is the divine feminine, and later on into understanding and being an eternal student of quantum physics. It was at this point where I ended up living in Hawaii, and I was working for millionaire woman. I won't mention her name, but I got to fully understand and see and live the consciousness of wealth to levels that I didn't knew they existed before. Okay, so I was basically in this moment, I was like 21. This is a long time ago, like 15 years ago. I was 21 and I was learning English, and I was working for food and accommodation in this area. But at the same time, I was living in a really wealthy house in the north of one island of Bali, of Hawaii, sorry. And I was living in the house of this woman that she was writing movies for Hollywood in that moment. So in here, I realized that she was basically bringing all these spiritual teachings and energetics into the table. You know, I was amazed by like the details, you know, like she had an entire room that maybe was 15 square meters full of parrots in her own room, and there was many altars, and this is an area that is kind of like Beverly Hills. And one neighbor was Kelly Slater, which is the most famous surfer in the world, and the other neighbor was the ex-house of Michael Jackson. So in this moment, I was living like in a dream, you know, I was just learning English, but at the same time, I was involving myself in an area where if I will talk to my family, they won't believe it, you know. In this moment is when China invaded Nepal, and then the Dalai Lama from Nepal had to exiliate to India, and there was many lamas that were sent to this woman with the woman that I was living in to keep them safe, you know. So I remember that I was working with many lamas that were really close to Dalai Lama in that moment. And I started to understand month after month the energetics of money. In one end, in my first paradigm, living in Spain in the Pyrenees, I was carrying this sense of believing that you need to work really, really hard in order to live in a mediocre way, you know, like working hard, it was considered as like something really good. And in this area, and but at the same time, like my family at that time, they had a really big debt because I won't go into those details, you know. So there was like a lot of arguments and the divorce of my family, you know, of my father and my mother, and like everything involved around that. So imagine I'm coming from this paradigm where when money is involved, there was always arguments, and there was this like working really hard towards money, but there was a sense of scarcity. And I'm sharing this because this is a paradigm where most of us have grown into. And then I see myself wanting to travel the world to learn English and maybe open a different realm. And I found myself living in this second environment where no one is complaining about money. There is mansions all around. There is free time. People is working in their music, in their writing, in their arts, but money doesn't seem to be a problem and is flowing like waterfalls, you know. So in this process for me was like really like moving from one paradigm to the other, like really quick, was something that it took me years to fully integrate, but I found something. I started like observing that the people in my second paradigm, they had a deep understanding of energetics and spirituality. In the first one, is there is nothing beyond the physical realm. If there is something tangible, it has a value, but it has a value when it shows up. Let's say I buy a car, then I have the value, but without the car there is no value. And in the second one is like there is the arts of prayer, there is the energetics, there is like the gratitude, there is some areas, and that made me understood that in the world of wealth is deeply connected to the energetics of wealth as well. Okay, long story short, I keep moving into life and I keep studying all these like healing arts, And realizing that many of my clients are really wealthy and they are coming into my life for healing like family issues, but all of a sudden it's like I'm helping them to reach happiness, but they are really wealthy. So I keep studying this wealthy world for many years until also it clicked for me. For me, it clicked in the moment that I learned how to decode and reprogram the loyalties that I had with my family in the first place. Okay, it fully clicked. It was not only to change my mindset about money. There was a moment where even following my passion, even working in a new mindset, the money and the wealth wasn't clicking and wasn't clicking and wasn't clicking. I was manifesting everything. I was manifesting like beautiful luxury houses where to live in. I was manifesting beautiful cars, beautiful relationships, traveling all around the world, having everything I wanted. I was super quick at manifesting everything, but when it came to tangible money, it was like, come on, I'm not fully clicking something. There was always enough to live, to travel, but like when we talk about investments, it was like okay, we need to move through this layer, this crystal wall. And then I start understanding through my mentors and my clients and this world that opened those doors to me, that there is also energetical energetical levels that we can break and we can crack. Okay, so I was like in that moment stuck in one, and it helped a lot working in my family loyalties. In this moment when I was working in my family loyalties, all of a sudden like the money starts flowing even more, and I am sharing this because I truly believe that if I share what I have learned for my life, then the universe fills me up with more knowledge about this realm. Okay, so this is really, really interesting because if I don't share this in this now moment, it's imploding inside myself. So I hope that this experience that I've been having for these many years can also support others. So the first one, and the one thing that I want to talk today, because we are starting just opening this money mindset, it will be the basics of the energy of money. We need to understand some basics that in order to fully like open the realm of wealth. And that's the class of today. Last week, we were talking about the different pillars that are important for money. And we were also talking that money is not about the quantity, but it's about the spirit of money, the crystal of money, what we are relating into. Okay, so today we are gonna get this crystal of money. For the ones who haven't watched the previous class, please go and watch that previous class and then come back to this one. In this one, we are gonna get that crystal of money and we are gonna open it up so we understand different concepts, so we can fully align ourselves with the energetics of money. Okay? The first one, money is energy. And we might have read or known this before, but let's understand energy into a deeper level, okay? Everything that comes into the physical form, like this microphone, there is a composition in this microphone, which are the four elements, which the sisters and the women who are coming from quantum abundance know really well. There is these elements. And there is also an energetic, there is a spirit, there is an intention that created this in the first place. So that's the origin. That's where we are gonna go into first, okay? Also, it is important for us to know that before we incarnated in this human body, we were energy. What happens is that the energy where we come from, that unites all times, spaces, and dimensions, in order to manifest and to descend into the human body, needs to accept some natural laws in the three-dimensional realm. And in the three-dimensional realm, we go into a state of amnesia. And there is some laws that we need to accept in order to be in the planet Earth today. For example, gravity. We accept gravity. And then we enter into this body, into this world. And if I threw this pencil down, if I open my arms, even if I believe it or not, it drops. So this is what I want all of us to understand. These invisible forces that are around us, that are also affecting if we manifest money or if we don't manifest money. So the first one is that our body and ourselves, our body also holds this soul, and the soul, when it comes and it enters the human body, it has to adapt, I will say, into the biological body. Okay, so we enter through the chromosomes of the DNA, and through the chromosomes of the DNA, there is the masculine and the feminine chromosome that are going together. Okay, we have the lines and we have like 64 chromosomes. So there is information in our DNA. And through that information, we start adopting psychological, mental, and energetical values and codes from our paternal and our maternal line. Okay, so maybe what I was saying, you can work really profoundly in how to change your beliefs, but maybe you have like a loyalty with the women of your family tree, that they are not going to be more powerful than men, then that loyalty can limit you in the moment of expansion. Okay, the good news is that you can always break these loyalties. That's one thing. We keep integrating in this physical realm, in this physical body, and we have the five senses, and there is also more senses that we have. But our body only perceive a little percentage of the light and the information. Why? Because we still need to remind through a life, through a human experience. We have a brain. In the brain, we have neurons, and we are alchemizing and receiving information from this world. If all this information will be open, maybe we'll be disappearing from this realm. Okay, so our senses are limited. And this is the invitation for us to understand that there is more information that we cannot touch. There is more information that we cannot see. And one of the distortions that I want to talk about is that we think we are separated. Okay, there is different dimensions. What is a dimension? A dimension is, let's say, a portal where there is an agreement in the way we perceive reality. Okay, there is a dimension that is a three-dimensional reality where I think that I'm living in a world, and what is happening outside is not coming from my own perception. Let's say my money situation is the way it is because my family, because the debt, because of the global situation, because of the crisis, because of this job. If we are talking about money in that realm, like your money situation is because an external factor, then we are talking through the three-dimensional reality. Okay, that's one way that we can be there or not. But in that three-dimensional reality, you probably find yourself chasing money, doing things in exchange of money, and chasing money. Okay, then we move into another dimensional reality where you start understanding that the way that you perceive the world allows the world to shift for you. Okay, this is when we are starting our spiritual awakening, and you know that when you change the way you see things, the things that are in the external reality will shift. And if we keep opening up into the energetical realms, there will be a moment where the mountain that I'm seeing through my window and me, it is the same thing. We are alive and we are nature, and there is not separation between the mountain and I. Okay, so the perception change and shifts along the journey. Okay, my invitation here is to invite you to open yourself and to believe that change is easy, and to believe that you can change your financial situation as well. Because if you believe that this program is gonna support you in that journey, it will support you. But if you believe that it won't, then don't continue, because it won't. There is a moment in the journey where you need to allow yourself to receive the information. Okay, if there is that openness, this program will work for you. If there is that openness is not there, because it's the three-dimensional reality, then it will be information that you just add in your brain, and that's it, and there won't be any difference, any change. Okay, so my invitation is that you allow this transmission and this frequency and this journey to sink into your internal waters, to your internal architecture, okay? Through a soft way, through having also fun and allowing yourself to be yourself. It doesn't need to be hard. It doesn't need to be difficult. So my invitation is that you open up to receive this information, okay? So that's the first one. Money is energy. And we were talking in the previous class that we are not relating to money as, okay, this coin or this bill or these numbers by itself, but we are relating with the original source, the crystal of money, through any interaction that we have with money. Okay, let's say. This is like the teaching number one. You go to pay your rental. You can go and pay your rental like, oh, it hurts. These are my last $1,000 and I shouldn't be paying this, and the house is too small. You know, you can do it like that way. Or you can do it like, thank you, universe, that I am able to pay the rental. You still pay the rental, but the way you are communicating with the crystal of money is one of gratitude or one of complaint. So my first invitation is that you relate with that crystal of money, and knowing that the connection between you and the crystal of money, it's going to go with you forever and ever. And nothing can break that relationship if you choose to have that relationship intact with energetics of money. An example, maybe tomorrow there is not more social media, there is not more computers, there is not Zoom, and we cannot communicate, okay? And still, if you have a good relationship with money, or maybe if your business or my business, like it cracks down into something else, you know, you can still have the relationship with money intact, because it doesn't depend in any external factor for money to go and to find you. Okay, so this is a message that is truly liberating, because it makes you free. And I fully believe that if we understand the energetics of money, we understand freedom and we understand the love. So every interaction with money is an interaction of love. And also we don't depend in the form of how it's coming. The thing is, like, we are creating a relationship with the original source, with the original crystal of money. And then even though our relationship can change, that relationship with money still will find you. So my invitation is that we understand that money is energy, and we understand that even though maybe we only have $1 in our pocket, we can feel that we are connected to this crystal of money, because it requires us to be in a really open relationship with this crystal of money in order to keep flowing your way. Even though, imagine, there is nothing or there is debt in your account, if you start creating this relationship, this healthy relationship with the crystal of money, money will find you. So my invitation, again, starting this journey, is that we dissolve the distortions with money and we create a completely new relationship with this energy. Because money has been with us for many generations. Money has been with us for during all our life. And if there is pain in our past, that this is something that used to happen to me, because there was a lot of arguments about money. At some point, I was working. When I was working in Latin America as a medicine woman, I was almost giving, like, I was charging so little, even though my work was so profound, you know, but it's like, okay, this is my devotional work. I want to be a healer. And I was working for some years living in Mexico, basically covering the cost of the retreats, you know, only because, like, I don't want any argument. This makes me happy. But at some point that allowed me to see, okay, Sandra, you need to heal something. And then I had to come back when my family came into debt and there was arguments in my house, and my mother and my father separated, and that was really traumatic for me in that moment. So I had to go back to the past, to see to the situation in the eyes again, and to allow myself, like, to ripple everything, and knowing that that separation will have happened anyways, if there was money or not, you know, and that money was not the excuse of that divorce or the excuse of all those conflicts, you know. So I had to separate the energetics of money out of that situation in order for me to thrive. Imagine the impact that that situation had in my life. And even if I go to my ancestors, there was a civil war where the towns were bombed, and they had to live in kid camps in France, and then they had to come back and to be farmers again. It was like the situation when I was looking forward into the world, I didn't have a reference to follow. I didn't have that, but even though that memory was in my DNA, was continuing with me. And my invitation is that we ask also for God, angels, universe, help me see this differently. You know, this is a prayer that I've been having for many years. God, angels, universe, help me to see this situation in a different way, my situation with money. And here is where everything started shifting, you know. So there is a moment when we start with the different 21 days into the money codes, that we are going to rewrite our past. And this is a non-negotiable step that we need to do. Okay, we need to rewrite, we need to create a new past so we can liberate ourselves from the old imprint that has been input into our past, into our memory. Okay, that's step one. So coming back to the different understandings of the crystal. There is this crystal of money, which is the soul of money, and is energy. Okay, so that's the first thing we want all of us to have really clear. Second door that we are going to open to understand this: we are a channel of energy. Now we know we are energy. Before we manifest something into tangible form, like our physical body or the microphone, everything started with an intention, and everything started with energy. So now that we know that everything is energy, we come back to we are a channel for energy. What that means is that as we interact into the world, we are expressing our essence into the world, but we are also interacting with other people and other environments, and we are absorbing information into our essence. Okay, so it's really, if you want to heal your relationship with money, allow yourself to see what serves you and what doesn't serve you, so you can also create healthy boundaries and healthy limits. Our energy body is in constant relation with our environment. So it's really important for us to know that we are a channel of energy, we are emitting energy, and we are receiving energy. For example, you are in the bus, and you are sitting next to someone who is really depressed and is telling you his or her story. And all of a sudden you find yourself that you feel sad, and there is thoughts that are coming to your mind, you know? So when we understand this, that we are in interaction with the world around us, we stop believing everything that we tell ourselves. Okay, another example. You go to work or you are studying something, and your teacher or in work, they tell you that you are not good enough at this and there is not enough that you can do to arrive to this position. You can believe it and adopt it, or you can question it. Like, what if that is not my reality? So you start allowing that the thoughts of others and your inner thoughts are not the ultimate truth. Let's say we are talking about the energetics of money, and we are also talking about changing our financial and economical, socio-economical status. There is people that will be from like middle class in Europe. There will be people that will be like from really like wealthy class, and there will be people that is struggling to arrive into middle class. Because in this world, depending where you are, there is different socio-economical classes where there is a common beliefs that they share. Okay, I've seen many people coming from like really poor class to millionaires so many times through this work, that I truly believe on this. It's like we can change that. It is a journey of dissolving and questioning all the distortions we have been told. Okay, let's say, example, I'm gonna share more examples. You might tell yourself, it is hard to change my financial situation, or being a millionaire is not for me. But the thing is that written somewhere in your soul, or somewhere in the clouds, like, for this person this won't ever be a reality? It is not. So then allow yourself to believe that there is a new financial situation with a new relationship that you can open up into. Okay, so again, if there is a moment that you find yourself into like, okay, this is not for me, or I cannot change this situation, then you can ask the question, is this ultimate truth or not? So you start questioning yourself. Again, everything is energy. Second portal, we are emitting and receiving energy. So depending in your socio-economical status, where you are surrounded with, maybe if you share your new thoughts from this program in the dinner table with your mom, she might tell you that's not true. And it's like, yeah, I'm losing my time. You know, it's like, allow yourself to recognize that what is true for someone and what was true for you until this point, it doesn't need to move forward from here. You can choose to see this different. You can choose to open the door into the infinite possibilities where you have a healthy relationship with money. And through the process, the distortions need to be seen and dissolved. Okay? So that's really important to understand that we are emitting and receiving energy. So my intention with this program of Money Mindset is that you also open a portal where you can receive information to change your status and change your belief in your own situation. So what is a portal? A portal, I will say, is a container of information that has created a new universe, a new unity of codes and beliefs and energetics, that when you open this portal, you can receive them and drink from them. And then when you're in contact with this portal, you can change your reality as well. Okay, so allow yourself to fully understand that in the world of multidimensionality, as we are talking as money as multidimensional, you can also always choose to be part of a community and to be part of a universe where you can also learn. Now, we are talking about the codes of money, so we need to understand also what is a code and what is an activation. Why we are sharing all this information is that this is important, so we have the fertile ground in order for us to fully plant our seeds here. And it's like, okay, let's start. Yeah, let's receive. So it's really important. What is a code? Okay. A code, even though it can seem complex, a code is through epigenetics, we explain that a code is a family of beliefs and experiences that are like united together. Okay? So in my own case, I was coming with the code in my past where you need to work really hard in order to get some money back and suffer through the journey. Okay, that was my code. That was the code of my family. Then I can choose to question my code. When you're inside a code, you don't see it because for you it's the ultimate reality. Okay, and then an activation happens when someone can illuminate the distortions of the code with a higher truth. Okay? So we are opening Money Mindset with 21 codes about money that we are starting on Monday. So we are coming, everything is energy, we are a channel of this energy, we are emitting and receiving energy. We are like antennas. We have information from our past, but we are relating with the present and with the future from where we are. First step, knowing that you don't have the ultimate truth. That's really important in order to receive new codes. And a code, as we are saying, is a package of information, experiences, and beliefs that can be part of a family, of a society, of a country, of a culture that you accept as real. A code is never ultimate truth. It has been real in order to survive in certain environment, so it's globally accepted. That's a code. So we are full of codes in order to belong, in order to survive. But what we are doing here, we are decoding What this means is that we are moving away all the distortions of the code, and we are illuminating with a higher truth. So we have a new belief and a new energetic frequency in order to approach the world of money. So I want all of us to understand that it's super important to understand what is a code, and that this journey is a journey of decoding. And once we have moved the distortions of the code, then there is the activation. Okay, and the activation is when there is a full body truth, knowing that there is something else for you, that there is like a more illuminated and expanded reality for you. Normally, when we receive an expanded activation, it feels good. It feels liberating, it feels free, there is more freedom, there is more life force energy going through us because there is more life, and there is more pleasure, and there is more humor, and there is more play, and there is, you know, through the illumination of these limiting codes, we open up to life. And when we open up to life, we also open up to more life. And the relationship, listen to this, this one is an important one. The relationship that you have with money is also the relationship that you have with life. Because money, it allows life to keep expanding and to keep moving forward. Okay? So we are calling more life through this program. So let's explain a little bit of what is the quantum world. I know there is many concepts that we are just putting on the table, but this is for me super important to keep moving forward. The codes, we were talking that there is different dimensions, and we are talking that behind all the everything that it's matter, like my physical body, there is energy. Okay. Also, if we go into a microscopical level of that matter, it can be a cell, there is information, there is infinite possibilities, there is energy moving. Okay. And this energy that is moving, everything and nothing coexist simultaneously. We activate one code or we deactivate one code in a conscious or unconscious level. Okay? So in the quantum world, imagine a world where all possibilities are happening simultaneously. The ones that you believe to be true are the ones that are manifesting in your reality. So in this case, what I'm saying, if you change the way that you perceive your reality and you perceive money, your money situation also changes. Because it's a law like gravity. This is a belief that is limiting me. When this belief is not there, there is empty space. In that empty space, the light can come in. Okay? So in the quantum world, everyone is right. Because under the glasses, we have like a set of beliefs, you know? You are believing that you need to work hard in order to arrive until the end of the month with all your bills paid. If that's the only reality you have seen during your entire life, and that's the only truth for you, then that will be your reality, and it will be, you will be right. When we start shifting and implementing new beliefs, then we are still right, because all realities are happening simultaneously. We change the belief, we change the emotion, we change the action. And this is not about discipline. It's like, I need to be I have to have so much discipline in order to change my money situation. Yes, there is an area where like you want to be working in yourself to move all the distortions out. For me, that's my hobby, is to move the distortions out of my reality. But it hasn't been by force. It has been what has moved me. It has been the passion of wanting a free life. It was never the money. So where is the quantum world? The quantum world is a world where all possibilities are coexisting simultaneously. And if there is a thought where you are in a healthy relationship with money and you are wealthy in your reality, if that is something that you can imagine, it's something that is a possibility that can be manifested if you choose so. So there is always a choice that you can make. So the concepts that I wanted to be clear is that the money has a spirit that is like a crystal. And this crystal has different colors and taste depending where you look at this crystal. And this crystal has some values also. So we are opening from Monday this journey where we are going to open the 21 codes of the crystal of money during 21 days in order for us to fully integrate one code per day, in order to enter through the portal of having a good relationship with money into that realm, into that possibility. Every code has a belief. And also we have limited time to explain everything. For me, it's really important that we understand that there is a possibility where you can journey with us and you can journey and understand the crystal and the energetics of money in order to have a healthy relationship with money. My passion and my purpose is and has always been freedom. And understanding that money is energy, that understanding, and creating a healthy crystal for the way I see money has completely shifted my work, all the retreats that I do. Before I was, for example, opening one retreat every 15 days. Now I open 2, 3 a year only, and they happen by themselves. The thing is like the exchange of money that happens in the retreats for me is an act of love. It's like I'm serving through my purpose, through my passion as a healer, but then at the same time, there is an exchange that has also helped me to build my own sanctuary and building my own house now here in Spain, in the Pyrenees, you know. So this is a journey that I'm talking in the same way that I'm walking it. And it has completely shifted my own reality. Okay. Today I can share this through the online school because I find it that it can reach many more people with the same amount of energy. But at the same time, I want all of us to get really clear in the concept of what is the energetics of money, what is a code, what is an activation, okay? And for example, I am now placed in Spain, in the Pyrenees, talking to you with my voice into my computer, going through a camera. So this camera and this Zoom platform, someone using code had to create this program in order to capture my image, my voice, the color of my hair, and codify this image into a frequency, a vibration. This vibration it's going into the quantum world called internet, so we understand. And then you have another computer or another phone which is connected to that frequency where I'm emitting this information. You're receiving it, and your receptor is taking all this code, is decoding it, and moving the information into an image, into a sound in the screen of your computer. So there is information that is dissolved, and this information is captured by another antenna, and it receives the information and is inside your computer. This is how a code works. It's information that goes down into frequency. Okay, so when we talk about the codes of money, it works the same. There is first a belief that there is a different reality for you, and that you want a different reality with money. Otherwise, you won't be here. Otherwise, I will have never arrived into the desk of your computer or your phone. That belief opens the antenna, and the quantum world delivers. So the same with the physical form of money. The main work through the crystal of money and the first steps, we are opening this journey into the money codes. And the first part is about rewriting our past and creating and decoding our old belief system in order to create and activate a new belief system and integrate that frequency as a new code into your reality, a new software in your brain. So that is how it works. But where it comes from first you questioning your reality. You allow yourself that this also can work for you. And of course, if you resonate with this information, then in this now moment, I'm driving this boat. And then you are more than welcome to keep joining us. I know this is only one class, and this is the second free class that we are doing. But from now on, we are going to continue only with the alumni. So if for any of you also want to keep joining through the 21 codes, there will be from Monday, we are going to be sharing one code per day during 21 days. And then every Thursday, we have a masterclass where we all get together. Okay. So that is basically the journey that we are immersed in, and that we are opening this portal. And basically I'm talking through experience of the world that I've been studying for over 10 years, and it's the world of wealth, basically. And coming back to the beginning, the world of wealth, someone had to guide me through, and many experiences and people that was living through it until I integrated and adopted this into my life as well. So if you go home with the only concept that money is energy, and that we live in a quantum world where you can allow yourself to question your reality, where you can allow yourself to fully connect with the crystal behind money, then your reality is already different. If you also want to go hand by hand with us and go through every step of like moving the distortions of money, then I will invite you to join the boat if you are not already inside the boat. And one more concept that I want to share is, what is a distortion? So for me, a distortion is when there is an information that you have adopted as truth, that you believe is true, but it's not the ultimate truth. So if there is like your relationship with money in this moment, or talking about me in my past, my relationship with money was different. And I had a lot of distorted codes and ideas about money. Then I was like chasing money, working to find money, but there was some distortions in my field. And then once we clear the distortions and have a clear information of the source of money, then your reality immediately shift into having a reality of wealth. Okay, this journey, this entire journey, we have compacted this like in a 21-day journey, but for me has been 15 years of my life where I've been doing this little by little, and I always wish that there was something to guide me through the process and tell me, hey Sandra, like we can do this together, you know. That is why I feel with the full responsibility of sharing what I've learned through these 15 years of learning wealth, and like showing you the crystal of money that has worked for me as well. So a distortion, again, if there is a block with money in your life, there is a distortion. There is nothing else I can do or I can say, because money in his pure essence is white light, is love, is abundance, it flows in his original form, but we need to adjust our antenna so he can find us. So again, everything has energy, and everything is emitting energy and receiving energy. If we want to receive in this class the energy of money, we need to tune our antenna with the consciousness of money, not with the money itself, like, okay, I'll get paid in 15 days, I'm gonna keep working, so then by the end of the year I have this amount of money so I can pay the first entrance to the house. That's a reality too. But we are in a moment where we are being asked to change rapidly. And we are in a moment where the infinite possibilities, there is one that you can also change your situation, and you don't need to struggle or to get burned out in order to get where you need to go. And that requires to tune in your antenna with the consciousness and the clear consciousness of money. Okay? And this is how we unite also money with spirituality. And this is how I've been understanding through all these years how these people that I was surrounding with and that I've been living with and working with during many, many years of my life, they had a spiritual and energetical connection, not with money itself, but with the purpose of that money. And something that I want to remark also from last call that we did, at the end of the day, it's not about money. It's about you becoming a container so money can find you, and it can come through your hands into the projects that are destined to go. So you are not the final destination of that money. This journey is not for you. Okay, you are gonna have this money at the end of the program. No, it is not about that. It's for you to become a clear antenna and channel so this energy can flow through you and go into your projects with that purpose and sense of love and expansion and creating a better world. But in order to get there, we need to clear the distortions that we have adopted and to open into the new frequencies and new crystal in order to receive that amount of high voltage. Because I will say, if I have to say something, the energy of money is an energy of high voltage. I get goosebumps in my arms saying this. When I've been receiving like high quantities of money, I had to scream sometimes to believe it, and move and run and dance to allow it to feel it in my body. It's an energy of high voltage, but this high voltage needs a container to land. If the container is closed, it won't land there. It will land somewhere else. Okay. Shamila says, thank you for sharing this information and codes with us. I really feel the high frequency in this message. That's why I fall asleep here. The frequency need to enter my body while putting my mind to rest. Thank you, Shamila. Thank you so much. And this is what I'm sharing. It's like, I'm not talking about, I read the book last week and I'm sharing this with you. This is not where the information is coming from. The information is coming from because it has been integrated in my bones. And because it has been integrated in my bones, me talking through the power of my voice can resonate and activate that into your cellular memory. And then maybe you feel asleep or you feel like a little bit dizzy, because this is a portal. This is a channel that I'm taking care of so I can transparently offer my teachings through my voice, so you can allow yourself to receive the information. So I'm going to invite you to all of us to close our eyes for a moment. Place our hands in our knees. Inhale in our lungs, exhale. And allow yourself to fully sense how this information is landing in your body. Feel the weight of your body on the couch, on the chair, wherever you are sitting on right now. Inhale and exhale, and allow yourself to feel that there is a possibility that you can choose to enter or not into understanding the crystal of money. And allow yourself to visualize in front of you a bill of money. And allow yourself to see that that money is connected to a crystal. There is white light that is moving all the millions and trillions of money around this planet. And allow yourself to visualize and see the crystal of money. See through the bill all the way into the crystal, and allow yourself to see and notice the voltage of the white light that can accelerate process of manifestation into your life. And inhale through this crystal into your heart. Hold it here. Exhale through your mouth. As you feel your roots connected to the crystal in the center of the earth, as you feel connected with your soul star, with the galactic center sun above your crown. Inhale into your heart and exhale. And receive the message that money is also an experience of love. Money is also love. And allow yourself to feel how you can send your kids to the school that you want to send them in. without worrying about the cost of this school or university. Or visualize how you can also buy a gift to your family or someone that you love and still be stable financially. How can you support others or support yourself? And how your purpose in this earth walk can land easier and faster if you open yourself to be a container for the frequency of money. Inhaling and exhaling. And visualize how you are floating inside the crystal of money in this 0-point quantum field. Inhaling this white light into your bones, exhaling through your mouth. Observing how you have access to all this source, infinite source of supplies. As you can allow yourself to dream a big life from this place. Where would you love to be living in? What would you love for yourself and your loved ones? With this amount, this connection with the crystal of money. And allow yourself to fully feel how your heart opens and expands when you know that you are safe and there is a possibility where you can choose to thrive as well. Inhale and exhale, and allow yourself to place your hands into the center of your heart. And feel the gratitude for receiving this gift from my heart to yours. This information, this key for you to keep moving forward in the way you relate with money. Inhale and exhale, feeling your heart open, bringing a smile into your face. And now we are going to open for any question. If you have any question, I know there is some sisters here that have been journeying with us for some time. Thank you. So, yeah, if you have a question, you can raise your hand or text in the chat. And also, if you feel that this is an information that can support any friend or anyone that any friend or any family member that you feel this is something that will bring value to their life, please also share the link and the replay when you receive the replay so they can receive this information. Monica, I really felt the resonance with how you relate to money is how you relate to life, exactly. And if we go, for example, like to the goddesses, that we also study through the goddesses, even the goddess Isis that holds the ankh of life, she was a wealthy woman, you know? And it's like wealth is good in the hands of conscious women. And we are those conscious women. Shamila. Okay, Shamila, you're already inside the program, but I answered this. When you say, will we have a code each day? So it will be like an exercise each morning? Yes. So the money codes work like this. From Monday, every morning, you will receive from a 5 to 15-minute activation, meditation, or exercise into the Telegram group. So you can like have the morning to receive that practice. So we'll be doing that for 21 consecutive days. And on top of it, every Thursday, we'll be coming here for a live call that will be from 1.5 hours, 2 hours. But every day we'll receive exercise, activation, meditation, which it will be related to a code of money. So now we know that money is energy. Now we know that there is a crystal on the spirit of money. So in this crystal, we'll be sharing a little code every day. So at the end of the 21 days, we have a perspective and a feeling and an experience in how to relate with money from now on. So it will be like clearing and activating a new way of relating. Okay, so it's really fun. I love this. Is like a 21-day challenge, and we'll do it together. So we are still united in the Telegram group. So I think I have answered your question. So also we are gonna share the replay. If you have a sister or a friend that you think this will be really good for them, please do when you receive this replay. And also for the new sisters that want to join us, we are starting on Monday, okay? So we are opening this for more sisters to join us, and I'm super, super excited because I'm getting more like vulnerable, and we are opening in the realm of money, different aspects to adopt and a pathway that we can walk together. And it's really, really powerful doing it together. So thank you so much for showing up one more day. Thank you so much for the sisters also that are watching the pre-recorded, the replay, and for the ones that are live. And that, yeah, if you want to join us, Lily is sharing a link for the sisters that want to join this journey as well. And thank you so much. You can always text me in the email or in the Telegram group for the sisters that are already in the journey with us. Taking the high voltage with me, yes. This is what it is. Thank you, Shamila, for also sharing with other sisters. And one of my prayers is that we create this global sisterhood, you know, that we create this global sisterhood where we can share our talents and our lives, and we can always uplift each other up. So for this sisterhood and this healthy womanhood, thank you so much. It is an honor to receive you, to have you here, and we start on Monday. Bye.